Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
This is going to be a fun one. Obviously, I'm uploading this video quite late. I had so many conflicting thoughts in my head. On one side, I was like, this was a really good movie. On the other side, I was like, but was it even a Superman movie? Like, I don't really know. And all of this is so hard for me to explain and so hard for me to talk about because I actually love this version of Superman. David Cornsweet knocked the ball out of the park. Pun intended, because there was a baseball scene. I know some of you got that. But in all seriousness, he crushed it. It's an amazing portrayal of Superman. It's a lighthearted, very juvenile, very youthful, very energetic, very upbeat, happy Superman. And that's what I think a lot of people have wanted. A lot of people watched Man of Steel and said, he's wearing the S, he's got the red cape, doesn't have the red trunks, but he's so stoic and he's so cold that it honestly felt like Batman was donning the S symbol and putting on the cape. Like, it didn't have that character magic that a lot of people come to love about the character. James Gunn's 2025 Superman has that. For those of you who don't know, it takes place about 3 years after he's already been doing Superman things, which is kind of ironic because he gets his ass beat for the entire movie, so you would think he would kind of know how to fight. Anyway, that's a tangent I can go on for another 20 minutes about. But I love the Superman. I love the costume. The costume is one of my favorite. I'm 23 years old, and I loved it so much, I bought the damn action figure. Like, if there's anybody who wanted to love this movie, it's me. Let's flip the script and go over to the villain. Let's go to Lex Luthor. Again, I'm going to say the same things in this video over and over and over. But Nicholas Hoult did an amazing job as Lex Luthor. His acting was great. His visuals were amazing. The script, the story, and the lack of time that we were able to spend with him building up his villainous nature really undercut what he was able to do. And again, this is coming from a place of love for this character. And I actually did like the movie, but it could have been so much better. And we were like 1/3 away from a perfect Superman movie, which is why I'm making this video, because it hurts. Ugh. This is like therapy. Okay, and while we're on the topic of characters, I'm just going to do one quick swing around the block to touch on the other ones. Lois Lane. I can't remember the actress's name, but she'll be right here. This version of Lois, I thought was amazing. I thought was entertaining. I thought was engaging. She was funny at times. The scene where they're in the apartment and they're having the argument about his motivations and his actions in the war, when she was pressing him, their dynamic of she said some things and he was like, you know, that upsets me. Like, I love that. That was amazing. It made me really like her character. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, he again made me like a character that I don't usually like. I am extremely excited to watch the HBO show with him and John Jones. Him and John Jones, Green Lantern show. I'm excited for that. I think it could be really good. And like in every review you've already watched, another standout character is Mr. Terrific. I love the story of that actor getting a second chance to play a superhero role and them actually giving him something cool to do and making his character important. Now, did I want all of these extra characters getting time to shine in my Superman original movie, the very first entry into this version of Superman? No, I didn't really. Okay, now moving on to the overall plot and story as a whole. Superman gets drawn into conflicts at home and abroad. His actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel out of the way for good, will intrepid reporter Lois Lane and Superman's four-legged companion Krypto be able to help him before it's too late? Yes, they will. And that's one of my other major problems with this movie. Superman, oftentimes, in this movie, is not the one that is doing the saving. He is the one that is getting saved. James Gunn wanted to make a more human, more flawed, more balanced Superman. And he did. He achieved that, but at the cost of him losing some physical stature and him losing that, like, Superman's here to save the day. People act like that in this movie, but when he shows up to a fight, I'm not really convinced he's going to win. The feel setting and overall look to this movie, aside from him flying, that looked a little odd, I really liked. I thought this movie was bright, it was colorful, it had an energy to it. Crypto, I thought Crypto was awesome. He was very funny. He was biting at Superman's ankles. There's like that little play back and forth between you and your animal, and I thought that he captured that very well. James Gunn does animals really well. Everybody knows this. It was a sure bet that Crypto was going to be cool. As far as the humor goes, I actually enjoyed it. I saw a lot of people being pretty negative about the tone of this movie in some reviews, saying that the jokes were out of place. In my experience, for my sense of humor, my taste, there was one joke at the end regarding Lex Luthor that I thought really undercut a lot of the seriousness that should have been in that scene. But aside from that, and looking at the movie as a whole, I thought the humor was a welcome addition. I thought it made this movie feel like a Superman movie. It was light, it was airy, it was funny. And yeah, guys, in the end, Superman 2025 by James Gunn, I think, is just that. I think it's a good movie. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. There's obviously some things that I would have changed. There's obviously some things that I really liked. Case in point, they got Superman right. I am very excited for a sequel. I am very excited for more entries into this version of the DC Cinematic Universe. I like the world that James Gunn is building. And yeah, I'm pretty excited, and it's nice to be excited about a DC project. And if you guys are excited for the future, or if you guys have some thoughts about Superman, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys thought about this movie. From what I have seen in the last couple weeks, it is a very divisive movie. People have a lot of opinions about it, so I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Also, if you enjoy a tasty beverage, drop a subscription. We can do this together. It's nice to have a good DC movie. See you guys in the next one. Bye.